Hello everyone, this is Frank, reference librarian at the McAllen Public Library. Back in the 50s, most people, at least most adults, thought that comic books rotted your brain. In 1954, the Comics Magazine Association of America formed the Comics Code Authority to provide an alternative to government regulation of content. The idea behind this was that comic publishers could self-regulate. The code was voluntary, not mandated by any law. However, some retailers wanted to see the seal of approval of the CCA to feel safe in publishing comics. People submitted the comics to the CCA screened them for compliance with the code, and then added the seal of approval. Because of this, the CCA became the de facto censor of comics in the US in the later half of the 20th century. So what was the code like? What did it require? What did it not allow? Here it comes, y'all. Law enforcement and any government official was to be treated with respect and depicted as being inherently good. So no bad cops in your comics. There was also no allowance for explicit depictions of crimes being committed, and criminals were not to be depicted as having a glamorous life. On the other hand, dying cops were discouraged from being depicted. The bottom line is, there should be respect for the established authority. The dialogue was to be free of profanity, and slang was also to be restrained. Religion was to be respected, which ties in kind of to number one with respect for authority. And lastly, any sexually explicit conduct, whether actually depicted or simply implied, was prohibited. Characters were to be dressed in a decent manner. So you can see how many, if not most, of the comics we know today would break these rules with flying colors. Fortunately, Marvel abandoned the code in 2001, and by 2010, only 3 companies adhered to it: DC Comics, Archie Comics, and Bongo Comics. By 2011, those remaining companies broke away from the CCA, rendering it defunct. I was surprised by how recent this was, to be honest. If you want to know more, I suggest you check out Comics with an X, and Graphic Novels, A History of Graphic Novels by Roger Savin. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to your channel, share the video, and don't forget to leave a comment below with any questions or feedback that you may have. This is Frank, and I wish everyone a wonderful day. Ad Luzem.